Welcome everyone. So let's get started on the oil smoke introduction. Now I'm going to pull up a few references that I screen captured off of YouTube once again, and I have two different types of references here. We have this one here at the bottom, and this is just a very this is one of my favorite oil smoke references to look at. It has so much great things going on. You can tell that there's a lot of swirl being used. If we were to simulate this in Maya, we would have to use a lot of swirl. It seems like there's a lot of damping going on. Buoyancy is set pretty high, and there's a lot of heat and a lot of fuel that's being used. This reference here at the top is similar in many ways, but you notice it's just going straight up. It doesn't have that much drift, so therefore our wind field that we apply in Maya, we're going to have to adjust our settings depending on what kind of desired look and effect we want to go after. So I'm going to pause these videos for a second, and let's pull up our final render of this desired effect that we're going after. So I rendered from two different camera views, one camera but two different bookmarks. This was the first bookmark, kind of angled at like a side perspective, and I also rendered out the bird's eye view from the top that I'll bring up shortly. But the first thing that I'm noticing is just the tendencies in my simulation compared to what we see in the reference, and I kind of like a lot of the shading that's going on regarding the fire. Let's slow this down a bit so we can get a closer look at how the actual texture is moving. That's actual old texture being animated along the X and Y origin. And notice how the smoke is billowing. You see the nice shadowing, the detail that we're getting from our swirl parameters, from our resolution that we have at 400. If you had a resolution less than 400, you could get a similar effect, but the more res you have, the more detailed and more voxel data you'll be able to get in your simulation. Now, looking at the bird's eye view, once again, take a closer look. You see the different values, the H, S, and V values that we've inputted in our incandescence ramp. You see how they start to change as we move through the simulation, similar to what we see in our reference footage. That's the desired effect we want. We want to see some hot spots that come in, that flicker out, that become visible, then all of a sudden get engulfed and hidden by smoke. And that's all because of the noise pattern moving through space. That's creating that illusion for us that that's actually heat that's changing. And that's a really wonderful effect and control that we have in Maya, that we can go about and simulate this real life effect. So I'm just going to pull up the original render from the side view and just minimize the bird's eye view just for a bit. I just want to talk about these two side by side. So what we'll be doing later on in the chapter 1, we're going to go in and we're going to build this from scratch. We're going to tweak each parameter, tweak each setting. We're going to go into the texture section, and that's where all our work's going to be done. We're going to shade our fluid container accordingly, and we're going to be creative, just adding a few expressions, animating our texture origins along X and Y. We're going to be going in and tweaking our frequency settings, our ratio settings, and those are the settings that's going to make this effect look believable when we're done. So I'm pretty excited. I'm happy you guys are here, and let's get started.